When I was investing for multi-billion-dollar endowments and foundations, I was always cognizant that I, Wendy the individual, couldn't come close to replicating the portfolios that I, Wendy the professional, built on behalf of my institutions. For a long time, even though I wanted access to an institutional way of investing, for better or worse, I just accepted the status quo. I was resigned to the reality that those things were out of reach for me personally due to a number of structural barriers, not least of which was just the minimum investment amounts required by any one investment, much less a portfolio of them. It was actually one of my co-founders who originally posed the question to me, "Wendy, why shouldn't you be able to invest like your institutions?" He forced me to really think hard about the question of why I, as someone who is arguably among the more sophisticated investors in the market, someone who knows incredibly well how to construct a portfolio, how to evaluate investment opportunities, and how to deeply diligence investment managers, why I couldn't overcome the barriers to replicate for my own personal portfolio what I was doing on behalf of my institutions. I looked long and hard at all the different barriers that I had just accepted as a given. It was one of those conversations where once you see something, you can't unsee it. I had a number of follow-up conversations with my friends in the business, other senior institutional investors who sat in seats like mine, and we were all keenly aware of that disconnect between what we could do professionally in our day jobs on behalf of our institutions versus what we could do for our own personal portfolios. But explicitly asking the question, why doesn't my personal portfolio reflect my professional sophistication, and then enumerating the issues that would need to be solved to align the two, that became the guidepost for my co-founders and myself. We've been working nonstop to break down the structural barriers. Literally the question of what kind of vehicle could both take in retail capital and still allow for institutional style investing? The distribution barriers. How could we get this into the hands of everyday investors who maybe don't have financial advisors or connections? And the access barrier. That one was more obvious since I have a large and extensive network of managers across asset classes that I've gotten to know over my 2-decade career. And now at Ivy Invest, we've built the product that I personally have always wanted.